I thought when I had graduated college and Camp Social hadn't yet been created that I had to become this mature, sad, boring adult that, wasn't as friendly because maybe people aren't as friendly as in adulthood. But you don't have to do that. You can be exactly who you are and be outgoing and make every day fun. And that's the camp spirit in me.
Today's guest is Liv Schreiber, a powerhouse in community building, experiential marketing, and the creative force behind Hot and Social and the popular Camp Social. With a background rooted in creating spaces that spark connection and authenticity, Liv has reimagined what adult friendships and fun can look like. What started as a local gatherings through Hot and Social has now grown into Camp Social, a weekend retreat experience where women and non binary folks from around the world come together for water sports, wine, journaling by the lake, and unforgettable friendships. Liv's mission is clear to make deep, joyful connections more accessible in a world where loneliness is all too common. She's turning social spaces into soulful ones, proving that friendship should be easy, fun at any age. Hi, Liv.
Hi.
Thanks so much for being here today. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Of course, I'm Liv Schreiber. Thank you for having me. I'm the founder and CEO of Camp Social and Hot and Social. And most importantly, I believe it's my purpose to connect people. Like, that is why I'm here. And it's the most fulfilling thing in the world to not only connect them with each other, but to women of different backgrounds, different ages, ethnicities, political standings, everything. People come together, and somehow all of the world issues seem so small because we realize we have so much more in common than we don't.
Well, you were in the right space for that. I love that. So, can you tell us a little bit about Camp Social and kind of how it came about?
Absolutely. So I have a following on social media, and every summer, if you live in New York City, a lot of the talk is about the Hamptons. And I was doing the surf lodge thing with the hoop earrings and the slick back bun. And you know what, Ariel? It just did not feel fulfilling at all. It felt so fake after a while. And I just was like, there's got to be more. There's got to be more authenticity. And I don't know where it is, but I do remember my childhood. I always want to connect back to who I was and what I loved as a kid. I'm sure you're aware too that, like, as you grow up, you realize it's just about finding back to who you were as a little girl and, rediscovering those passions. So I realized that I loved camp. I went to sleepaway camp as a kid for 10 years growing up. And I just thought to myself, why does this not exist for people in adulthood? Like, why do we have to stop when we're 18? I missed meeting counselors from around the world and other women or other girls. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to start a camp and let's see if anyone else misses it too.
Oh, that's so exciting. And I feel that to my core. I feel like I just get so frustrated because I feel like so many interactions with people on a day to day are so surface level. And it's just kind of like draining not having those opportunities to have those deep connections with people, which it seems like is not an issue at all for people who've gone to your camp.
Right. And also, like, how often do you meet a new person at a party now? How old are you?
34.
Okay, you're 34, I'm 28. And every time I go to an event, it's like, "Hi, I'm XYZ. What do you do?" And so then what you do defines who you are and you forget who you are. And I am so over it. I just wanna be, "Hi, I'm Liv." Like, can we just keep it like that? I don't want to have to introduce myself by what I do anymore in social settings. It's so boring.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so once I was hanging out with these group of people, I can't remember. It was like while I was traveling, and me being the American, I come up, I'm like, "Hi, I'm Ariel," and I'm like, "What do you do?" And we're out in a social setting, having beers. He stops and turns to me and goes, "We don't talk about what we do here." He's like, "We can talk about anything else, but we're not talking about work." And I was like, "Okay, I love that."
Isn't it confusing though because we're so used to it that it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, how," you almost forget how to,
Mhm.
like, talk about yourself. You
Well,
really do.
Camp social. So you say like typical sleepaway camp. I mean, it's just like all the what can you give us an example of what a day like at camp is?
Of course. Oh my goodness. Okay, so all that to say, at camp, it's just about saying, "Hey, I'm Liv. I'm so excited to be at camp. Did this pop up on your Instagram or your Facebook? How do you find out about this?" And it's just nice because we get an escape from that. So camp is incredible. Friday, we provide buses from New York City to the Poconos, but women also choose to drive in if they'd like. We have a lot of campers who fly in, and we have a hotel room block, and then they go to the bus station from there. The bus stop, as you know, with camp is a very big deal. So I always encourage women to take the bus if they can because it just builds that camaraderie and you never know who you're going to sit next to. And then you get to camp and we have cocktail hour and mocktail hour. We have games by the lake and paddleboarding and pickleball and archery and arts and crafts and candle painting and sound baths. I mean, it's set on 400 acres. I have over 100 staff on the grounds just, supervising, making sure everything is smooth, and our food is provided by gourmet chefs, so it is so fresh and definitely not camp food.
You had me at a lot of things, but
It
definitely at gourmet chef. Um, so what would you have to say for someone who's a little more shy, introverted, and are nervous about the experience of being around that many new people at once?
you know, It's such a great question, and I'm so happy that you asked that because most people are. Like, I would say at least 80% of women are introverts and, like, a little intimidated by the whole idea of getting on a bus with a bunch of strangers and showing up, and you don't know if it's fire festival, you don't know what's about to happen. But there are a few things I say to that. Number one is it's our third summer, and we have so many returners for a reason, and it's a trusted process run by a female founder who knows what's happening every minute, every second within that minute. So all of camp is personalized and customized to who's attending. The second thing I would say is 99% of our campers arrive solo from around the world. So I created that because I wanted you to feel like you can show up and give a smile and everyone is there with the same intention. And when you're all there and you're all coming solo and out of your comfort zones, it's like freshman year of high school or college. Like you're all in the same boat. So it's so easy to make friends.
I think these spaces are so important because I feel like we see a lot of things now about like the loneliness epidemic because so much of our lives are running our errands or, most of our work week, the majority of our life is spent in our workplace. Um, and I feel like it was so much easier to make friends when you're younger because you have those common spaces. Like you said, like you're going to college or you're in high school and you have those spaces that exists where you can create friendship. And as you become adults, it's harder and harder to find the spaces.
Correct. And it shouldn't be that way. And what's so beautiful about camp is it's not exhausting because it doesn't happen every weekend. It's 2 weekends of the summer that we're doing this so far and a camp reunion in winter. And because of that, you're like, okay, I'm going to have the best girls' trip. I'm going to meet amazing girlfriends. And then from that, you get to choose what you want to do, whether it's join our citywide, group chats for girls from every part of the country and world. Some women fly in, and we have a London group chat or a Boston group chat where they're meeting up every week. Some girls move in together, create businesses together, go to Pilates together weekly. So it's like you form your experience both at camp by defining if you love arts and crafts, you could do arts and crafts and chill the whole weekend, or you could do archery and do rock climbing and, jump into the lake off our water slide cold plunge. So you define what you want from the experience.
Okay, and I love that you have the option. That was going to be a follow-up question. It like do you have to be like an adventurous outdoorsy person?
No.
It seems like there's a mix of everything.
Oh my god, growing up, I there were some days I was, like, out there playing tennis and running, and then there were other days where I was like, "I'm doing arts and crafts, I'm indoors, and I wanna be chill and do a sound bath." I mean, I was like yoga, sound baths weren't really an option for us at camp where I grew up. But that being said, it's for whatever mood you're in, and you don't have to pick and choose. It's all there for you to try.
Well, I definitely know people who join the camp get a huge like a great takeaway from leaving this camp as far as like meeting new people, building new community. Is there anything that you've kind of taken away or learned about yourself from creating this camp that you now kind of implement into your day-to-day life?
It's a great question. I This is so fun. I would say, you know, that you don't really have to grow up in a sense where every day is the best day. Like, I love what I do. I love meeting people and acting like a camp counselor. That is now my job. I guess camp founder, director, and camp counselor, but that is truly who I am every day. And I thought when I had graduated college and Camp Social hadn't yet been created that I had to become this mature, sad, boring adult that, wasn't as friendly because maybe people aren't as friendly as in adulthood. But you don't have to do that. You can be exactly who you are and be outgoing and make every day fun. And that's the camp spirit in me.
I agree. I think that what's it say? Like your inner child is so important. They need to
Mhm.
remember that. Bring that out.
Bring her out. Let's go.
You have 2 businesses. You started Hot and Social first. Can you tell us a little bit what is the difference and how did Hot and Social kind of turn into Camp Social or create its second business?
Sister. It's stepsister, cousin.
Yeah.
So I, have a following on social media and people are asking me like, "Liv, how do you make new friends?" Because I had graduated early from college and moved to New York City. I was so lonely, I knew no one. And I was like, "How do I make new friends?" And this is 2021. I was like, "I don't know. I just say compliment people on the street, I guess." And then but it's hard. So I started hosting these events where everyone comes solo and they leave as friends. And I did not expect it to become anything. And it's just throwing a party. It absolutely blew up. So I've been doing pretty much monthly events for guys and girls in New York City who come solo and leave as friends. We do dinners and pickleball and happy hours and coffee in the morning, and every single month is different. And it's absolutely incredible. So you pay per event that you want to go to. It's not like a membership fee, it's nothing monthly. And then, I thought I'm kind of bored during the summer in terms of what there is to do as an adult. And no offense to the guys, but I don't wanna go away with a bunch of guys for 3 days. I just wanna be with my girls. I just wanna be with the girlfriends. I don't wanna worry about makeup or hair or flirting. Like, I don't want any of that. I just wanna be with my girls and be unbothered. So that's what I created.
Well, 2 things made me chuckle. One is, yes, I totally understand it wanting a weekend where you're unbothered and don't have to worry about all the things. But 2, I love how your version of like, "Ah, I'm bored in the summer. I'm just gonna start another business." I kinda love it. I was like, some people would like, I don't know, take a hike through a park or something.
Yeah, I could hike at camp.
Yeah, there you go. I love that so much. So one thing that I noticed about a lot of people for your campers have brought up a lot that they love that they get the opportunity to disconnect. Um, is that something that you all intentionally promote? Like someone mentioned that they never really see anyone on their phones the whole time that they're there. Everyone's just like very present. Like they didn't spend any moment alone unless they wanted that separate alone time. Or is that just something that kind of comes about based on the personalities that are attracted to camp?
You know what? Number 1, you're totally coming to camp in September. I know we were talking about it, but, like, you are
I
so
was just thinking, I was like, I would love to come. I really want to come.
like done, okay? I'll save you a spot. Number 2, it's really I don't like to tell anyone what to do because I don't like being told what to do. So, it's really truly that people wanna connect in person. We've been waiting all year. We've been waiting 12 months for 3 days, and it's like, what is better on Instagram than being at a camp where you could be a kid again with a million things right in front of you, a million amazing girlfriends to meet? Like, it's kind of like lame to be on your phone, quite frankly. And you could check some emails if you want at night or whatever, but there's so many different personalities of campers, but the one thing that unites us is that we all just really want to be there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. And I think one thing that one of many, I keep saying one thing, but it adds up to a lot of things. But something that I also really like in these type of spaces, it's people that you won't normally every day connect with. Like someone mentioned, like there are theater girlies, there are businesswomen, there are mothers, it's people that outside of your daily social circle, you
Mhm.
probably wouldn't meet people like this in different aspects of life. And how great is that you can create these type of friendships?
You're right, and it's so crazy too because there are girls who live in the same building who end up in the same bunk, and they're like, "Oh, wait, I never knew you existed." And then there are girls who meet best friends from Arkansas, and suddenly they're moving together to Utah, which actually literally happened. It's beautiful, and the diversity of age is something I'm very, very proud of, and something I think we don't talk about enough, which I'm excited for the girls to experience this summer. We have bunks of women from their 20s to their 60s. And let's just talk for a second about, like, how much we can learn from each other. I
Mhm.
think that is so important, that intergenerational conversation where it's like, I get to hang with moms and women who don't have kids and women who are divorced and women who are getting married and women who are single, and, like, so often we're categorized into, like, these are the single girlies in their 20s, these are the married women, and it's like, we don't get to hang out with each other and learn. So, it's really special, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, that it's something that you should be proud of. I love that so much.
It's fun.
Okay. So, Liv, I'm going to ask you a couple of rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
Okay. They're very random, but all travel related. Window or aisle seat?
Definitely window.
Window. Okay. It's really 50-50 based on the guess.
I
I'm
need to
always aisle seat, but I
well,
have
then
long legs.
how do you lean?
I mean, I just kind of zombie
Do you
corpse.
do that? But then I'm afraid my mouth is gonna be open when I sleep.
I'm past that. I don't care. Don't care.
I try to, like, put my head on that table,
Yeah.
at the curl, but it's tough.
Okay. What is a book that's changed your life?
My mentor, Sarah Blakely, recommended Esther Hicks.
Ooh.
Um, Esther and Abraham Hicks, I started reading when I was 21. And you could even listen to their podcast, but it's really all about how you create your own reality. And that's something I write about in all of our camp pamphlets when people arrive in their schedules. I just like to remind people that, like, your life is a reflection of your thoughts and you are responsible for your results.
I love that. Like, that is so deep. I'm gonna read this book.
Perfect. And we could share about it at camp.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Okay, I literally just wrote the name down. Okay, what's one word your closest friends would use to describe you?
Bubbly or uncontrollable, because I just, like, hey, you gotta have no fear.
It's giving Bubbles energy where she's like super cute until you like make her angry. Then she's a little
I'm
bit
not
wild.
really I don't get angry because I don't let it get that far. I also like to be a really happy person. So, like,
Yeah.
I find that, like, when people go out of their way, especially in New York City, we have a very bad rap area. Very, very bad. But, like, for the most part, if you're a happy person, you're not gonna go out of your way to, like, make someone else's life miserable. So if anyone's ever, like, a jerk, I'm like, "Alright, that's, like, your stuff to deal with, and I hope you heal. I love you.
Ah,
Move on, All good."
that's a really way to like show someone. I was like, I hope you heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shut it down.
Okay. What's one thing that you always pack in your bag?
I love Lumify eye drops.
Brand specific. Okay.
They're great. I love Jones Road. cheek and lip. I always have Dunkin' gift cards on me. I'm always giving out Dunkin' gift cards. I love a good pen. I'm getting married in August, and oops, no one knows that. And
Congratulations.
thanks. We're at 20 days. Oh, very close to camp. I just gave away the exact date. Um, so I try to bribe my fiance to get the good pens at every restaurant in New York. I don't know if that's illegal, but
Oh, it's okay. I haven't bought a pen in years. I definitely am a pen swiper, so
there's some very good pens around Tribeca, okay?
yeah, yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have it not tied down if you don't take it. What's a song that instantly puts you in a good mood?
Oh, easy. Follow the sun. I listen to it like if I were to say, "Alexa, play Follow the Sun." My favorite song, that's the first song it'll play. I have that Alexa, and, or is it yeah, it's Alexa. Um, and it's such a great song. Follow the Sun. I don't even know who it's by, but it's a great song.
Ah, okay. I mean, you have the title. That question has been really hard for people that some people have to, like, sing it or, like, hum the tune. It's hard to come up with the name and the artist on the spot.
Yeah, like, I mean, September by Earth, Wind& and Fire is also a fave. Signed, Sealed, Delivered, like, the Remember the Titans movie soundtrack, that
Yeah.
love.
All the
Mhm.
feels. Okay. What's the best and or worst travel advice you have received?
Best travel advice is to not travel with bling.
Yeah.
I don't, and I always feel so much better, like, you don't have to prove anything to anyone, and if you're going somewhere where it could be dangerous, I think it's a great idea to just not bring it. Um, and worst travel advice? Saying maybe there aren't many outfits that you need. Me believing it? I don't know.
Okay. You wouldn't want my travel advice. I feel like I packed like 3 out.
Like, for camp, you need literally nothing, but I'm talking about, like, if I'm
On
going
a
away
trip,
for
like vacation.
like a trip, like, I wanna pre-plan my outfits. But I grew up in a carry-on family, so, like, only carry-ons, never checking bags, and I live
Yes.
by that.
Okay, yes. I am so sorry. I used to check bags and I'm recently trying to transition to carry on. I'm very proud of myself. I bought a new Patagonia backpack that someone recommended and then a new Samsonite roller bag because I was like, if I'm only going to do carry on, I want to pack as much stuff as I can in my carry on. So I was
Smart.
like, it's time to commit to this.
Level up, let's go.
My last checked bag got lost in Brazil. Luckily, I had an air tag and I was able to help them find it because I knew absolutely no idea where it
No.
was. But I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
The end. That's what oh, also last tip, make
Mhm.
sure you have, like, a significant, like, marking on your bag because everyone has a black bag, and then if yours looks like theirs, they may end up taking yours, so just, like, I like to tie a ribbon or, like, the base I travel with base, BEIS, and I have, like, light pink luggage. It works.
I love that it stands out though.
Yeah, and then
Well,
get really dirty, but yeah, it's fine.
okay, Liv, now's the time. If you had anything that you want to say that maybe we didn't get a chance to get to or
Yes.
last advice,
Number 1, I just don't wanna leave. This has been so fun. You're a fantastic host.
thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. This was, like, the best. This is the highlight of my day. I wanna keep hanging out with you.
Yes, I enjoy honestly, these can go on so long. Like,
I can
I love it.
imagine. Thank God I have a call in 4 minutes, otherwise we'd probably talk until 10. Um And number 2, August sold out in, like, 24 hours for camp, but we do
Wow.
have September 26th to the 28th that just launched, and it's our first ever fall retreat. So, I know the Wanderer Lounge host may be in attendance.
Yeah.
Any listeners, viewers, we would love to have you and, just so grateful and so happy to be connected with you, so thank you so much.
Thanks. Okay, Lip, tell us where we can find you. Plug all your socials.
Let's plug it. We got at Camp Social, CampSocial, at Camp Social on Instagram, on TikTok. campsocial.com for the tickets. You could also DM us for anything you need. My team is awesome. We're here to help. And then I'm personally at Liv Schreiber, LivSchreiber. And that's us.
Ah, thank you so much again, Liv, for being here. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see you at camp. And
Woo-woo!
again, all of our listeners, yeah, if you're there, definitely message me, let me know, and we'll connect.